onto the Everyday Living Show, the first of its kind on your TV set. On Everyday Living Show, we discuss everything from politics, sports, finance, health, education, name it. It's on this show. And the good thing is, it's from faces that you would never imagine. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Amina Adams, and I'm not alone in the studio. I've got my beautiful sisters here with me, Aziza Ishawu.
Hi, everyone.
I've got Saida Ojulari.
Peace be unto you.
Sakina Falano Olanrewaju.
Hello, everybody.
Today on the show, we will be discussing entrepreneurship. I know already you have tons of questions that you would love answered from our guest. And you know, as we usually do, we have a guest on the show. We'll go for a short break and bring in our guest. But before then, let's just have a chit chat in the studio. Entrepreneurship. Have you been an entrepreneur before, Sakina?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
The question would have been, how many times have you been on it?
That's a good question, actually.
Really? You have tried also.
Everyone has been an entrepreneur. I feel if you have not been, then I mean,
you grow up, growing up when you're young, everything seems to be your call. You seem to be good at everything. So, it's just like, I can do this, I want to do this.
Okay, hold your thoughts right there. Aziza,
They will come to me.
did you sell your storybooks in school? When you're done with it, you sell it to your classmates?
No, I don't do that. Actually, I bring sweets to school.
oh, smart.
What I did,
That is
so I guess I'm still doing it now. I'm still doing buying and selling.
And you have a straight too.
But not sweet.
I can never do that. I'll eat all of them. I can't even.
Saida, what did you ever sell as growing up?
To be fair, I feel like we just did like bake sales. We bake some cupcakes. We would sell it in school and stuff like that. Yeah, no, lemonade as well. That was like what we did, I suppose.
Oh, stop being fanciful.
No,
Come on. For me,
I'm
school, I was more or less a tomboy. So when my mom sent clothes, she was living in the US. So I take out all the
freely stuff, yeah.
all the camisoles and stuff. So I know I'm not. You won't catch me dead wearing this. So I told my friends I have stuff to sell. I thought those are my clothes I don't like. Like, no way, my mom's too feminine. Come
yeah,
on.
wow. I hope I don't have a child like
later, eventually, I
Same
started
thing.
events because it was wonderful. My mom was always a caterer, so it just came naturally. We had all the tools at home and everything, and they were gonna have an event, and we're looking for a caterer. And someone just said, Kimmy, you could do it. I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, yes, you can. I'm like, okay, yes, I can do it.
Okay, then. This is where we bring in our guests to the studio. Remember, we're still discussing entrepreneurship, and you'll be amazed at who we have for you. Don't go anywhere. Let's bring on the guest. Stay with us. Welcome back. Before the break, I did say we have a guest in the studio with us, and she is none other than Hajia Tosin Shonibare. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
She is the CEO of Toss Creations. Believe it or not, they are handicrafts. They do bags and shoes from pure leather. Before we go into your main area of expertise, let's just talk about entrepreneurship generally, the good, the bad, and the ugly. How did it all start?
Basically, it all started with coming out of school, trying to get a job, and then hijabs were always
an impediment, a barrier.
Yes, of getting a good job.
Okay.
And I actually graduated as an accountant.
Wow.
So I tried to gain employment for several years, and it wasn't coming through. And I'm someone that always liked fashion. I love shoes. I love shoes. I want to wear any shoe that matches what I'm wearing that day. When I'm on blue, I need to reflect blue. I'm on red, I want to reflect red. And I had a party, a wedding party that I wanted to attend at a particular time, and I was looking for a quality shoe. I just wanted, that's basically my own dressing point. And I ran into a magazine that says we can help you bring back your shoe to life and all this. And I was like, that was what got my attention, and of course I noted the address and I went there. I wanted to get a shoe really, but on getting there I found out that they were actually making the shoes here in Nigeria. And from that day I didn't buy the shoe again. I was interested in training. I wanted to train. I wanted to start doing my shoes myself because I love shoes. And that was how it started.
Brilliant.
No more Italian shoes.
So let's go to the next level, back to entrepreneurship. I have heard the saying that when you want to do a business, make sure it's something that you're good at.
Yes.
Was that what it was for you?
Yes, I told you I'd always loved fashion. I'd always felt, even while I was growing up, I knew I was going to end up in a fashion line, but what exactly I didn't know. I never knew it was going to be shoe, but I knew I had that thing in me has to do with fashion. So that was it.
Saida, you love fashion, and I mean, go straight to the point. She's all yours.
Yes, a very interesting topic for me always. But always, it's a very interesting topic for me rather, always. But I know one thing that I've always noticed, they've spoken about entrepreneur. Now this really doesn't have to do with fashion per se. But like they always say, as an entrepreneur, you go through like, I don't know what they call it, the wave or something.
A
but
cycle?
Like, yes, a cycle. So you start like very excited and like you're pumped to get things done, and you know you're thinking of new ways to do things. And then they say you kind of go through that little dip where you're losing morale, maybe things are not working well, etc. So I would say for you, like, did you go through that, and what helped you kind of overcome that dip?
Yes, that is always there, because when you find that yes, I'm interested in this, I want to do this, you're so excited.
Yeah.
You know it's you know what you want, you know what you want to give out to people, and by the time you are now ready to come out to people and you present it to them, that's that attitude, like Nigeria, it's, are you sure it's quality? Are you sure it's going to be? That was what
You went through, yeah.
yes, I went through. But I didn't give up. What I actually did was, there was a wedding in the family, and they were going to use this Ashwebi. What was it, Gillian? And I just felt that good. This is my opportunity to reach out to them, because then when I started the shooting, I told them, and none of them patronized me.
Yes.
Nobody believed in me. So my husband was like, "This is the opportunity for you. Why don't you?
Very nice.
Why don't you just make
Shoes to
your
match?
shoe out of the gele, since you really do not like to tie your gele and everything?" And I felt, yes, that was the opportunity. So I made my own shoe and bag out of the gele they were supposed to tie.
I can imagine.
So that was it. And that day I had people coming up to me,
Everyone's
even the
interested.
very people I told that I was making
Yes.
shoes, and they were now accusing me, "Why didn't you tell
Tell-
us?"
oh.
Now you're the only one. And I was like, oh. So
That's how it always ends up.
It's always like that. So basically, you should just believe in yourself, market yourself.
Yeah.
Eventually, they are going to accept you.
So it's just striving, finding those opportunities that help you
Exactly.
that take you
and
further.
that I'm going to reach out to them. It's always like that.
I know you have a question for her.
Yeah, I do. I'm also in the line of business, but what I'll ask is, what is the Nigerian economy or situation with respect to when you started your business? Were you able to get loan? How did you get your funding? Because it's not everybody that has money started up in some way. You know, when the ideas come, you need to back it up with money. So how did you get your funding? How did you stand on your feet? Was it from friends and family, or banks or government or something?
Sincerely, starting up was basically me, and me.
Okay.
It was just me, and even up to now, I have not had the reason to go out to source for funds. It doesn't have to start big. That's always the mistake people make.
That's the point.
It doesn't have to start big. I started from making it from home. I started telling friends and families, And gradually, I moved out of the house to have a showroom where you can actually now see what I'm doing.
Wow.
So it was a gradual process.
Gradual, yeah.
Inshallah, it's always been Allah, myself, and my family.
I know you did say capital. Beyond the physical cash funding, is your business a capital intensive business? Did you have to buy machinery? Just a rough estimate, because there are people listening to you and are also interested and are scared, but you're giving them confidence that you can do it.
Yeah.
What is a rough estimate of an amount you can start with on a small scale?
Like I said, you don't have to start big. You can start from your home, but at least you must have your filing machine, your sewing machine, your lace, that's what we use in molding the shoes. Then your leather, that you can buy in bits, so you don't have to stock your place. So it's, as they place the order, you go into the market, buy what you want to buy. And so really I can't, but if you have to now, if you insist that you want to have a place where you're working from, a shop, we all know what it means to get a shop now. You can't get one for a year.
Yeah.
You have to pay for 2 years. You have to try and make the place look presentable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if we are going to be calculating that, you'll be needing nothing less than $1 million. That the cost you have to pay to get a shop, to put the place in place and everything, you'll be needing nothing less than $1 million to start with.
Oh.
Okay, that's why you want to get a shop.
Starting professionally.
Yes, that's why you want to get a shop.
Professionally,
But you
yes,
can
yes.
start with from home, like I said.
Yes.
And you can decide not to even have the machines. You might, if you go to Mushin, you have a lot of people there. They are not educated, but they are very good at this shoemaking and everything. Because you know what you want to do, you can take your materials to them and have them use their machine to do it for you.
Yeah.
That's another way. You can go there, they'll do it for you, and you take it back to your clients. So that's starting on the cheap way. But if you want to start big,
Yeah, on a manageable way. I think people usually want to like jump straight into the ocean
And
without
start-
like learning how to swim in a little swimming pool. But
exactly.
it does make sense.
Exactly.
And expect to catch all the fishes and
Yeah, or they go out and take loans and just want to start big, then they're not making as much profit as they had envisaged, then the business starts to crash because they have to repay loans.
Exactly. And that's why I refuse to go through external funding.
Yeah.
I just want to start on my own, gain ground, and before. A lot of people have actually mentioned that to me, but I'm just aware of this Nigerian factor that at the end of the day, the banks are the one that will crumble the business for you.
Wow.
So,
Oh, that sounds harsh. I know, Sakina, you're on the edge of your seat. Go for it.
Oh, well, okay, yes, I do agree with you that at times, the banks, but really, I believe, like I said earlier, a lot of people just want to start big. You started from home, so you started small, you kept moving, and you didn't have to loan or borrow money from anyone or from the bank, so you grew as much as your pocket was growing.
yes.
That's how far your business kept growing.
Yes.
Unlike if you are just going to take up the loan. You said you started professionally 4 years ago.
No, it's going 4 years this year.
4 years, wonderful. I mean, and you've not had a reason to fold up and have to restart again. That's been wonderful. When you have, most times when you have loans, hanging on you,
Exactly.
it's really difficult keeping up.
Yes.
Because you're thinking of how to
Because
grow your
that's
business.
what you actually spend your time thinking about, how
Wonderful.
to refund the
And not
loan
how to
and
grow your
not how to
business.
grow
Yeah.
your bu- Exactly.
Consistently grow.
Yes, to consistently grow, and if there's now need to
Expansion.
expand, I can now think of that. Okay, I refuse to go into the bank loan because
Okay.
you spend your time thinking on how to settle the loan instead of how to balance your business, and worrying how to pay your loan. Should rather go into to your own business on how to grow the business and
Wonderful.
stabilize the business. So that's the problem most people have. They get the loan,
Yeah.
worry on how to repay it back, and having no time to actually grow the business, and that's why most businesses crumble. Another point is you tend to compromise the quality of your products because you want to make sure that you are making a profit. You also make enough profit to pay back your bank loan, and at the end of the day, you end up disappointing their expectation of you.
Wow.
So
Yeah, exactly, because
I
the
mean-
business becomes profit driven as opposed to delivery, like client.
Exactly.
The
because-
business becomes more profit driven as opposed to customer or client oriented, because if you're aiming to please your client, how would my client like this? Would they like this? Would they come back? Etc. But
Exactly.
that's forgotten when you're just trying to make money.
Exactly. And the point I'm trying to drive home is that that's Italian that we all crave for.
Yeah,
we
you know
can,
the Italian
we can
leather.
get it here.
Really?
Yes, we make use of 100% leather.
Genuine leather.
Italian leather, genuine leather. I've seen people come to me several times.
No, sorry, we make use of 100% Nigerian leather. From where does it go to? I want you to correct that. You said Italian leather. So we make use of 100% Nigerian leather. We have the good leather.
but the
We eat our pomo here. Come on, cowhide skin is sweet. So we spice it. I'm sure that was supposed to be a kind of problem for you because it's going to get scarce at some point in time.
Not really.
Okay.
The only thing is that we're supposed to get it cheap,
Okay.
but it's not because most of the time the leather has to leave our country to go out of the country to be
Really?
processed and brought back here. So we buy, yes, we buy the finished polished
Leather.
leather
Really?
here.
So we should refine it here.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Oh.
It's not so easy. The one that I can say that we get easily here are the skin type that comes from the nuts, as in the animal skin, the snake skin, it's
really?
yes.
And those are very expensive.
It is, but it's still within our reach.
Range.
It's still
Okay,
what we
okay.
you can get.
And it's coming locally though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I
very
know that
good.
Aziza has a question for you, but before Aziza's question, let me just quickly pick on something you said on this issue of accessibility. So why can't we process the leather here? Don't we have the capacity? Don't we have the technical know-how to process our leather here?
Seriously, I don't know why. I met the business like that, and that's how we have been doing it.
So you always have to-
Seriously,
the
Nigerian
leather,
factor, what we have seems to be scarce to us more than those that do not have it.
That do not have
That's
it, yes.
just
Wow,
the
it's too
Nigerian
bad.
factor.
So it's a very similar case to the crude
Oil,
oil, where we have the
yes.
crude, we can refine it, but then we'll take it out and then bring it back.
Yes, yes.
God save Nigeria. Aziza, your
How do you
question.
get your market outside? Do you make use of the social media, mouth to mouth? What are the means that you've adopted to,
Market.
take
Mm.
or market your business?
Every method I do the mouth to mouth. Like since I started this shoe thing, I make sure I don't leave my house without
Something
products.
that you
Yes.
my
Oh,
products,
wonderful.
without my products.
Mhm.
Every day, if you look at me, is it I'm wearing the shoe, the bangle,
Yeah.
or the bag? Something has to
Wonderful.
be from my product.
Yes.
So, and I know someone is going to see something
Yeah,
and say,
you're
I
gonna
like this,
showcase
and that
yourself.
is marketing for me. I can remember there was a time I had to go buy a frozen food, and I was at the woman's shop, and it was my slippers she saw. She had been looking at me, and the woman, the owner of the place, was actually looking at me, and it got to a point she couldn't help it, and she told me, "Madam, I like your slippers." I was like, wow, thank you, that I make it.
Wow.
And she was like,
Maybe she
and I
just was
said
Italian.
yes, and that's why my phone is always with me, and I have my pictures. So anytime they doubt me, I just scroll out, and she was like, wow,
Wow.
can you make this for me? I said, no problem. And they're there. That was the first
Sign a
time we're
deal.
meeting, and she doesn't know where I stay, and just because she loved what I was wearing, and she had to order from me that day.
And you seal the deal.
Yes,
And
that's one method.
one thing I like about local businesses
Okay.
is that you can actually order a design. For example, if I'm going to meet her, I can design even my
What
own,
you want.
what I
Yeah,
want.
sure.
I can design the kind
Exactly.
of scarf.
You had to make
I know
it.
there was a time where this Ghana clothing and Ankara with bags were
Insane.
raining.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could okay, you have a wedding
match,
and the cut is
mix.
blue. You can actually carry a bag to match
Exactly.
That's
this
the
thing.
same
Fantastic.
material.
Exactly. That's why we call it customized. And most of the times, when my clients want me to make a shoe for them, I normally ask them, what do you want to use it for? What are you wearing? I like to get all those details so that
Sure.
we can work together. It's not about you just saying, I want green and this, and I go out and make green. You have to tell me, do you like it high or you like it flat?
No.
Do you like it on
that's so
platform
nice.
or
You want a wedge?
stiletto? Do you want a wedge?
Ooh,
Do you want-
stilettos.
Yes, you know, we have to talk about that. Then the occasion you want to use
Wear
it for
for,
also
okay.
matters a lot. So if it's a wedding, we know the type of design we go for when it's wedding. If it's casual for office, I do make office shoes for people too, especially
Wow.
those that find it difficult getting their sizes in the market. We make school sandals too, school shoes. Yes, I just started that this year, and it's really
Very
going
good,
well.
very
Wow.
Wow.
Hey.
Lovely.
I have something in mind.
May God continue to grow your business. Like, I really love the idea.
Thank
We
you.
will go on and on and on, but unfortunately, everything that has a beginning surely has an end. It has been a great pleasure having you on the
Seriously,
show
yes.
today, and we do hope that when next we call you, you'll be clothing us for the show.
No! Fun!
Yes, that's another line I'm actually looking into. This year, I made up my mind that, okay, I'm in shoe. Now I want to go to a fashion school.
Yeah,
I want to now,
inspired.
yes, I'm going to a fashion school. Inshallah, I should start by March. And before the end of this year, it's going to be a complete
Makeover.
yes.
Oh.
Dress and the shoe
So,
and
so
everything.
viewers, look out for season 2. We'll be clothed by Toss Creations.
Yes.
I am so excited for that. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show.
Thank
Ahaja Tosin Shonibare. It has been an absolute pleasure having you with us in the studio, and we do hope that when next we call you, you will honor us.
Inshallah.
Thank you very much. The show continues in a minute. Don't go anywhere.
Hello people, I'm Hamida Onyebuchi Wosu, and this is the quiz segment of Everyday Living. I hope you guys enjoyed the session with my sisters and the guests. Okay, here's today's deal. If you won in a race and you passed the person in second place, what place would you be in? Okay, email your answers to everydayliving@gmail.com, or you could catch up with us on any of the social media platforms through your screen. Bye bye.
Welcome back. I trust that you already have your answers coming through. We will be announcing the answer to this question next week. Stay with us. Back to us. This is the segment where we share the stereotypes. I know you're all excited. Aziza, your stereotype.
Okay. If you think everyone that comes from River State is a good cook, that is actually wrong. It is not in their genotype. It's not a gene thing. So you cannot assume that, oh, you're from River State. Oh my God. No, it doesn't mean.
That male or female cook very well.
No, that's not genetic. You know how to cook, you know how to
I'll
cook.
do the trial.
I've never heard that before.
Saida, let's hear your stereotype.
Oh yeah. Everyone wearing a lab coat is a doctor.
No way.
Oh, wait.
That's a
I
joke.
mean, you're a lab technician and you are talking like, doctor.
Don't you come across carpenters, painters on the road, and I mean, you know that they're painters, and you say lab coat. Would you say hello, doctor?
They
Come
could
on.
just go into the medical school.
It's
and
become
try
sort
to-
of a uniform, you know, for
that people would think,
Yeah.
yes, that's the
So-
doctor. Oh wait, no, I need doctor only. Look.
Your stereotype.
Okay. Most guys that have on afros are trying to hide something.
But that's true.
Oh, God,
Yes,
no.
you need to see the.
Yeah. You need to go to the barber shop more often.
Such a terrible
You need to go to the
stereotype.
barber shop more often.
Ah.
You want to try and take
Well, I have
it
one
off.
at home. My brother keeps an afro. He doesn't have.
You don't know that.
Ask him personally why he's keeping an afro.
I'm biased, so I really like
Okay,
it.
yeah, that's
so
because he's your
even
brother.
if they have an afro, I don't care. Like as long as it looks nice.
Yeah, come on.
But no, think about it. If you were without the afro and that thing that shook it. Sorry.
That's why I said most guys,
just keep
you know,
it.
for we your guys, it's kind
Fitting
of
with all the
stylish.
wigs and
Yes, then you know it gives your head a kind of shape. You have
and
it
then
like
if you wear
that.
the hijab, you can
Oh no!
Agree. My brother keeps an afro and doesn't have an afro, so maybe I'm just
Okay,
biased.
does he have big ears? Like, I mean, they're trying to hide something.
You know how
I just said they're
Finland-
trying to hide something, like oh god. So it could be oh god, it could be they trying to
Yeah,
hide.
probably
you know, like-
ears. My brother has big ears. So I suppose yes, he's hiding something. I'll give it.
Anyway, that's how far we can go on today's episode. Join us same time next week when we bring yet another beautiful package for you. Remain yours truly. Remain blessed.